just a great movie.
An essential. This movie, My Fair Lady, as I told you going into it, that I have somewhat objection about Audrey Hepburn, you know, as Eliza Doolittle, because I think there's something about her that's so elegant, so beautiful, and so classy that I have trouble thinking of her as a flower girl, convincingly, on the streets of London. And also, we should point out that when the Academy Award nominations came out, and this film was the picture of the year, got all these Academy Award nominations, she was not nominated for Best Actress. And that year, Julie Andrews, who was not cast in this movie because she was thought to be not really photogenic because she didn't look so good on a TV show she had done before she ever made a movie, but was cast in Mary Poppins after she didn't get My Fair Lady and won the Oscar that year. So at the Academy Awards, you had Rex Harrison standing up there with his Oscar for My Fair Lady, and you had Julie Andrews standing up there with her Oscar for Mary Poppins, and you had Audrey Hepburn there, who happened to present the awards that year, and she hadn't even been nominated. So it was a lot of drama going on at the Oscars.
There's, you know, two dynamics working there. First of all, in the Hollywood industry, I think if, you know, any actor doesn't have this sort of Zen mentality of it's the right actor in the right part, and sometimes that means you don't get it, and sometimes that means you do. And can you imagine anybody else but Julie Andrews as Mary Poppins? And for me, I loved Audrey Hepburn, you know, as Eliza Doolittle. And I think the other dynamic is, I think we as women, you know, there are the Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman or Audrey Hepburn as Eliza Doolittle, these really beautiful, what seem like inherently good women. I think there's a class there that's really important. I think we as women we might like sensational from time to time, but I think we really do like that sort of, I look up to you, you're classy, I can get into the fantasy of you because you're a good person, and I feel good about myself liking you. And I also think that a lot of beautiful women sometimes are overlooked when it comes to awards, because part of their appeal is something that can be exterior. But I think in the case of an Audrey Hepburn, you know, she was a beautiful woman but had so much substance. And I actually love her as Holly Golightly. I mean, she created an iconic character that when you're seeing Marilyn Monroe in her Chanel No. 5 bottle and, you know, a weird neon thing in a store in Times Square, you will also see Audrey Hepburn with her long cigarette holder, with her updo as Holly Golightly. I think as a woman, these women really affect us, and we kind of put them in our minds as projections of ourselves. And because of their beauty and elegance, we just dive right into the fantasy.
It's fun talking about movies with you.
I love it.
Let's do it again.
I love being with you, Robert.
Let's do it
I love
again.
agreeing, disagreeing. The whole dynamic just works for me.
For me, too.
Good.
Well, we move on. Stay tuned to see what we have coming up next time on The Essentials. On the Waterfront, 1954. Elia Kazan as a director and Marlon Brando as an actor were one of the great movie teams.
Bud Schulberg really perfected this story and this script.
Marlon Brando and Eve Marie Saint and the entire cast is perfect.
On the Waterfront is film history 101 for so many reasons.
From 1954, On the Waterfront. That's next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can find out more at tcm.com. Thanks for joining us for The Essentials.